Hi everyone, Rick Bray with BT BOCES Instructional Support, and in this video I'd like to show you a new feature from Google called Tour Builder. Now this works in with the Google Earth platform, which you may be aware recently became web-based instead of program-based. So the first thing that I want to make sure I'm clear about, this is, as you notice, it is in beta. It's an experiment by Google Earth, which means that eventually this could either be accepted permanently, it could be rejected permanently, or it could change. But for right now, awesome tool. If you've seen Google Lit Trips before, this is a way that you can kind of make a pathway on Google Earth, either for your students to follow or again, for your students to create this trip to demonstrate their understanding to you. So, how do we get here? Well, first you can open up any web browser you want and search for Tour Builder, and the website you're looking for is this first one, tourbuilder.withgoogle.com. That'll take you to this website where you may need to sign in with your Google account in the upper right-hand corner. The first thing that I want to share, always something that I look for with these types of tools, is the gallery. Yep. You can look at pre-made tours and you can use those tours so that you don't have to recreate the wheel. Awesome tool. But what if you do want to make your own tour? Well, for that, from the home page, I'm just going to click Create a Tour. It's that simple. And what is the tour name? We'll just call this a sample tour. And who's the author? Well, that's me. And I'll say Create Tour. Excellent. From here, we want to give the introduction. This is what your audience will see at first when they launch the tour. So again, you could change the name if you want. You could add a photo here. You can pull them from Google Drive. You could also search the web for images or give it the exact address. But that'll be the picture that shows up. Maybe you want to give some background down here on the tell a story part. You can include links out to maybe a video or a website, whatever the case may be, but just give people a little idea of what the tour is. You can change the path color if you want. The type of story, that's kind of interesting. So if you select disabled, what disabled is going to do is just place pins on the map, kind of like if you've seen with Google My Maps, where your user can go between the pins, but they can do so in any order that they want. The story mode, these two first options, in that case, the tour will go through the places as you have added them in that order when your audience is looking at the tour. The hub is a little bit different, where it starts you in your first location, and then all subsequent locations are like spokes on a wheel. They connect back to that first location. So think about it as like a hub, hence the name. The 2D and 3D, that refers to the connectors that are connecting the different points. In a 3D connection, it will give a three-dimensional arc that kind of goes above the earth to give a 3D type feel to it. And the 2D is just a flat line across the surface of the earth. So it all depends on what you want to do. But once you're all set to go, to add a new pin to this map, all you want to do is click Add Location on the left-hand side. From here, you can either type in a location or you can just drop a place mark on the map and you can drag it wherever you want it to go and click on Add to Tour once you have it where you want it. Now you'll notice this view, I can force it so that the place mark is centered when it snaps onto this image. I can also keep it any way I want, locking the view. I can name this location. Enhance the story. You can add, as it says, photos and videos. So these can be videos in your Google Drive. I think they can also be, YouTube, which is kind of nice. So all sorts of different images and videos you can put there that will show up, I'll show you in a second here, as a rotating slideshow. The start and end date, those are optional, but what they'll do is when your pin is placed, it will put the dates that are applicable to that point. So maybe if you're doing a lit trip and you're showing where a particular character was during this time frame, you can add that. Again, a description here with links. If you want to link out to a video, you can. You can change the icon and you're good to go. So again, you can just drop a location, or maybe you want to say Binghamton, New York, and bam, there we go. I now have Binghamton, and maybe I don't want it there. Maybe I want it on the river. So we're going to drop a place mark right there, and then we'll add that one to the tour. So you see it connected it with a line for me, and I can just keep going. When I'm all done, I want to click on Done Editing, and then I can share this tour if I want. Now, notice you can change the permissions, right, so that anyone who has the link can access the tour, or only specific people that you enter their email address in. It's a great way to share some information with your students. So again, this is kind of the new idea here with a beta test. That it's an experiment, but it's a really, really powerful tool for sharing knowledge, both on your behalf as the teacher and the student's understanding. So let's just take a quick look at a finished tour here so you can see what those look like. All right, so here is just a quick tour builder I made to map out one of the sailing races that I follow, called the Volvo Ocean Race for this year. But here we are at the introduction. It's just kind of showing our map as a whole and any information that I wanted to give it. And this is a 2D story. So when I click on next, we're going to go to the first place, which is Alicante, Spain. And I have the picture here. I can view it in full screen. This is one of the boats that I'm pulling for this year. They had a rough race last time, so Vestas. And then if I click forward, here's a video that I added in that kind of just shows the race, right? And then from there, when I click, and I see that the village was opened on October 11th, and the race leg started on the 22nd. So they left on the 22nd, and they went to Lisbon, Portugal. And that was stop number 1. And then from here, they went to Cape Town, which we have the King Triton image there, because when you cross the equator, you're supposed to give a donation or give a tribute to Triton on your way. So anyway, that just kind of shows you how we can keep going through all these different places. Awesome, awesome tool. Tool. There we go. So if you have any questions on Tour Builder or anything else EdTech related, please feel free to reach out to me by email. And as always, thank you for watching.